Yes, people. Big up the people that are waiting. We ain't got many in here right now, but I'm just gonna wait for a couple people to come true. Usually Guni's late, so this time I'm actually bang on time. Bang on time this time. But Julien, Kaboo, Saudi bid went through. What do you think about it? I'm happy or not? I am. I'm very happy about it. My thoughts, I gave them yesterday on the interactive watch along with quite a few of the people in the chat, the usual regulars in the chat. But make sure you smash the like button as you come in. We'll be discussing today's game, Chelsea versus Middlesbrough FA Cup. We are through to the quarterfinals. Yes, another final in our belt, and what a performance that was today. But before I do get into that, make sure you do subscribe as well if you are new. We are on the road to 10k. I forgot to put my road to 10k logo up. Guni is always forgetful. My road to 10k logo is not there, but we are still on that road. We never give up. Never, never, never give up. Saeed was good. Ilyas was good. Yeah, man, more people coming in the building. Smash that like button as you come in. Subscribe if you are new. Let's get the viewers up. Let's get the people them up. Talk to me in the comments. To those that are here already, let me know your thoughts on today's game. You get me? Had to make sure that the artwork was crisp today. You know, I wasn't able to do the watch along, but I thought I'm not going today without doing a live. At least give the people them a post match. You get me? But you know what as well? I've got to say happy birthday to a very, very, very special young man, Trey, aka Troops' son. You get me? It is his birthday today. He is spending time with his dad. Trey, if you're watching, I wish you the best. Like I said, I sent you a message anyway on Instagram, innit? So big up yourself, Trey. You done know, my guy. Yes, Bart Vikings, thank you very much for the super chat. Pulisic is key to this team. He absolutely is. Also, as well, people, I am not on StreamYard, so the comments will not be able to pop up on the screen. But as always, you lot know that I am very, very attentive, and I will be reading your comments. So if you do leave a super chat, I will read it up. It won't come up on the screen. But Bart Vikings, thank you very much. Pulisic is key to this team. Yes, I feel like he played very well today. Thought he done all right. I thought several of our teammates done all right, but I'm just waiting for some more people to come in before we get started. Man like Guni in the cart, Mount on job today. Timberland Kaku is still, even though he scored, he is trying to improve. I couldn't say that word because I'm still very early into the YouTube window where they don't allow the curse words, so I cannot do that. I have to be disciplined, you get me? So I'm just waiting for us to get to at least 10 people, a little humble number, at least 10 people before we get started and discussing about today's good victory against Middlesbrough. We got 11 people watching. You see, my program here doesn't update as fast. YouTube obviously is the master program and this is the slave, so it becomes, YouTube will always run faster than this. But let's get started. Let's discuss today's game. What a game that was. And I want to start off by saying excellent team performance. And also as well, Mendy actually made his FA Cup debut, to those that didn't know. Before it was Kepa that was the first choice FA Cup goalkeeper. But today, Edouard Mendy made his full FA Cup debut. So big up Mendy jumping in the team with a 2-0 win. Done all right today as well. Another thing that I want to say, no fans, no problem. You get me? No fans, no sponsor, no problem. Still getting the job done, clean sheets. And since we got the news about Roman Abramovich's sanction, Chelsea have won 6 games in 6. That doesn't sound like there's too many problems to me. Like when you're hearing that 6 in 6. So again, I said this in the last couple of streams. We've got to give a massive shout out to the leadership. Our man, Mr. Thomas Tuchel. We've got Super Thomas Tuchel. Yes, arguably the best Chelsea manager that we've had. Like from just you know, I mean, we've had managers that have won more, but in terms of just this demonstration of leadership through so many different difficult periods. It's not just this, it's just, dealing with the injuries beforehand, and then, the drop in form in December, and still able to sort of work through that. And now we're going into a quarter final. Looks like, we might, the end of the season, we might have silverware, we might have quite a lot of silverware, and we've got Thomas Tuchel to thank. I always say, you get me. There was fans today. I know there was fans today. I heard the fans, they were singing Thiago Silva's name. But I'm just saying in general, with everything that's happening with Chelsea off the pitch, it doesn't look like anything is happening with our performances. But, you get me. Middlesbrough, I'm going to start off with them. I thought Middlesbrough pressed relentlessly today, and I thought they were quite organised in their pressing, but it was just a level of class apart. We was just too comfortable, just passing through their pressing traps, just really just able to get through, bypassing it with ease, man. And it just goes to show how well drilled Thomas Tuchel has got this team. Each individual player in possession is doing what they're supposed to do. You get me? So I'm just going to start with that. I thought Middlesbrough played very well, in particular in the first half. They couldn't keep up that level of intensity. I kind of knew that. Everyone knew that it would have been difficult, would have been impossible. But that's the thing. Why I take my hat off to Middlesbrough is because, a championship team, it's very easy for them to come and just sit back and just put banks of free in front of, behind the ball, and just make it very difficult. But they actually came out to entertain the fans, to entertain the people watching the game. So big up Middlesbrough. I thought Jones, for them, their wing back, was very, very good, especially in the first half, really giving Malang Sarr and that left side a lot to think about. So good player, man. And Middlesbrough, to be fair, I think quite a few of their players have made a case for making the step up to the Premier League. Obviously, Jed Spence, we didn't see him play today, but so thus far in the tournament, he had been fantastic until, I don't know what's happened to him. I think he got an injury or whatever. But Jones as well, I thought he done very, very well today. Middlesbrough, what let them down was, their finishing, their opportunities in front of goal. Everything was like 60 yards over the flipping goalpost, man. Bloody hell. Terrible from them today, but it was in our favour. You get me? We done what we were supposed to do. We didn't make it easy for them. Mason Mount, we've got to talk about him. Mason Mount today marks 20 goal and assist contributions thus far this season. So if there are any Mason Mount naysayers, look, the numbers are now starting to speak for themselves. Yes, we have seen up and down form in Mase, up and down, but it is what it is. Young player, 20 goals and assist contributions so far. The season's not even over yet. Look, the boy's class, man. And today he showed his class. Excellent. Led the press for Chelsea excellently, and all the way up until the last minute as well, forcing Middlesbrough into making mistakes, not allowing them time on the ball. The overlapping runs were just brilliant. They were brilliant today. And even just Lukaku's goal before even the ball, which was absolutely, it was incredible for me, pinpoint. But even just before that, if you notice, it's really the run. Watch his run to make that into that space, to give Ziyech that option to make the pass. Lovely weighted pass from Ziyech, by the way. Absolutely perfectly weighted pass for Mason Mount to run onto. Then obviously bombs it down the channel and puts in a pinpoint delivery for Romelu Lukaku. I mean, literally, I saw the replay and he put it exactly where any striker would want it. Just out of the goalkeeper's reach with enough pace, right into the striker's foot. It was just an easy tap in for Lukaku, but good for Lukaku though. We will touch on Lukaku. We definitely will touch on Lukaku a little bit. Got his goal today. That's the positive that I will take. I thought his hold-up play sometimes was all right, but even still, the performance today, it wasn't good enough for me. It was all right. I'm not going to bash him. He got his goal and he needs his minutes. Kai can't be playing every single game. He needs to rest, and it's good that Lukaku stepped in and made an impact, but still needs to do more for me. Lost the ball a bit too much for me today. So, but I just hope today will spur him on. The goals breed confidence, especially in your strikers, and I just hope that will start to reflect in other areas of his game. But let me start reading the chat, because I have just been going on. I have been going on a little flow. Read some of the chats here. United and Spurs need to take notes. Also need to get rid of that number, that 3 on the shirt. Every 3 gives me stress. Sponsor Alonso, I've had enough. This is Chelsea. We have standards. Absolutely. Absolutely. Spence is on loan to Nottingham Forest, but he's a Middlesbrough. That's right. I got it mixed up. Guni and getting it mixed up, man. Listen, but you know what? I admit my mistakes. I don't try and hide from them. I own them and I accept the banter. Big up, Jay. Hello. Exeter 1985. Thank you very much for the super chat. Steve Gibson should have allowed the game to be played behind closed doors instead of being beaten by a rotten team in front of the fans. Yes, absolutely. Today, it was football integrity 0, Chelsea 2. I bet Middlesbrough didn't like that egg on their face. But going back into the game, quite a few Shane, bruv, this guy hates, he does not like Lukaku. He is still crap, Guni. Hey, listen, that's your opinion. I don't think he's very well fitted to this system. I think he's struggled a lot. I don't want to be too harsh on him. You know, I've done enough of that. I had my moment where he came out with his whole foolishness at the beginning of the season. I've done my reaction. Don't want to really focus on that too much. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, the lineups. I think we spoke about the lineup already. Well, the main talking point in that being Lukaku. Thiago Silva again. I'm just looking through my notes. We're gonna speak about Thiago Silva and what a centre back this guy is. Now, listen. I've said it several times. I went on the football terrace and I said with my chest, Thiago Silva is the best centre-back in the world. Now, listen, context. Yes, we did play against Middlesbrough, a championship team, but he's been doing this. Thiago Silva has been doing this against top opposition and making them look like championship players. This is the level of quality that we have in Thiago Silva. Outside of his defending today, his pass completion must have been close to perfect. What a player Thiago Silva is. Just the ability to to create from the back. As well as, because listen, many of you that know me, I'm very much obsessed with, you know, if you're a defender, your fundamentals as a defender has to be on point before I start rating everything else. Thiago Silva goes without saying, masterful defender, but then the extras in his game, in terms of just the ability to play make. How many times did we see him just playing perfect balls down that left flank or down that right flank, or just bypassing that midfield completely and finding Mason Mount deep in that final third or whatever. Thiago Silva is just on a different level. The fact that he's 37 as well, he's kept himself this fit, because honestly, I did not think Thiago Silva would be used as much as he's been used this season. I thought we would have used him a hell of a lot more sparingly this season, but he just, listen, this guy, when I say he has to retire at Chelsea, I mean, even if he's playing on Stamford Bridge with the slippers and Zimmer framing, he's doing the job, that has to be the case, because this guy has got he has made the case as being one of Chelsea's best ever centre-backs. I'm saying it. Yes, he doesn't have the Prem yet. He deserves one. You know what I mean? There's a couple other trophies he needs to repeat in terms of that, but in terms of quality, I'm just saying, look at the player. Take the accolades away. The quality of the player, definitely one of Chelsea, in my lifetime anyway. Yeah, I've been around since 1989, giving away my age there, you get me? I've been around since 1989, so it's safe for me to say that about Thiago Silva. In my lifetime, I'm definitely putting him up there as one of Chelsea's best ever centre-backs. Football Style is asking us to talk about the Saudi media bid. I'll come on to that after the FA Cup discussion, because obviously we did have a game today. We have just made it to the quarterfinals, another opportunity to win a trophy, so it is important that we do support the boys. Remember, it's a difficult time outside the club. Yes, there's a lot of attention, but there is football that is being played. You understand? We've got to focus on the football first and support the boys, then we're going to come on to that. You get me? But yeah, Thiago Silva, again, even just the timings of his interceptions as well, just in the box. There were several times where that final touch for the attacker to just either set themselves up to put it away or to just spin away from the defender. His timing there in the box. And here's the thing, is timing in the box is everything. I'm stating the obvious here, but I'm just saying you can give away penalties there. When Thiago Silva makes a challenge, he gets it right in the box. And that is just a refreshing thing. But Thiago Silva for me was head and shoulders man of the match. Mason Mount was was a close second. I thought today was one of the best games he's had all season. I thought really he ran the show in that attack today, and really a lot went through him. Obviously, he got the assist with Romelu Lukaku, and then how can I forget Mr. Hakim Ziyech, Mr. Hakim Ziyech. You get me, Hakim Ziyech. Semis, good. What did I say before? Did I say quarters? Did Guni say quarters or did I say semis? I said okay. Listen, semis. My bad. But Hakim Ziyech, back to his playmaking ways today. Just his range of passing, just either from deep or just around the triangles on that side, and just even his play when he was just coming inside the midfield and just even doing his playmaking from there. Because earlier in the season, I had my complaints about Ziyech coming inside and that. I thought he wasn't really too effective, but I suppose Middlesbrough, they did allow us quite a bit of space. We did have runners that were dragging them, coming onto runners. Lukaku, if you watch his movement for Hakim Ziyech's goal, he took the two centre-backs away with him, opened up the space for Ziyech, and there was still a lot for Ziyech to do, by the way, because the technique for him to score from there, because I got to talk about that. I heard the commentators saying maybe the goalkeeper should have done better. I felt that was slightly harsh, because if you look at the replay, and watch how the ball swerves wickedly away from him in the last second. That was hard to judge. Yeah, and that just goes to show the quality of Hakim Ziyech's left foot. I'm not going to lie to you, because the way he pinged that and the swerve on the last second to find that bottom corner, honestly, go and watch that back again. It was an absolutely quality finish from Hakim Ziyech. And my concern was, he did have the injury, he had a few games off. I thought it was going to take for him a couple of games to see at least a bit of the form that we'd been seeing. But he's come back in, he's got his confidence. I think he's got his understanding in the system as well. I think that's helped. Really encouraging stuff, man. Just going through into the business end of the season. Obviously, we've got the FA Cup to play for. We've got the Champions League to play for. So, look, it could still end very well for us this season today. Very, very emphatic team performance from us. I thought we was excellent. I thought we were absolutely excellent. I thought Middlesbrough, they were good in the first half, but they did phase out. A lot of relentless pressing from them, and I knew they weren't going to be able to maintain that, especially the way we just passed through that press, man. And it was just beautiful stuff to see. Lovely football to see, man. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, we've got to talk about him. Ruben today was at the base of that midfield. Now, here's my thing with Ruben. I thought he did improve in that second half. But I will say this, particularly in the first half, when he's playing in that base of that midfield, he's got to do his risk assessment a little bit better, because I know you lot know what I'm talking about. Yes, we know Ruben, one of his biggest strengths is being able to resist the press and turn players and just and drive and carry the ball forward. And we saw him do that several times today. Yeah, especially in the first half, he was a lot more progressive in that. In the second half, sorry, he was a lot more progressive in the second half. But I felt at the first half he was taking time with the ball and turning in dangerous areas with the odds against him a little bit. I mean, ratings to him for getting out of there, but I just think against teams of a bit more of a quality, we could be punished there. His risk assessment needs to be a little bit better, but he did go on to improve in the second half. Won us plenty of fouls in the second half as well. Really progressed the ball forward well in terms of his dribbling, even his passing. I thought it was a big improvement. They're saying that my microphone's low. My microphone, is this better for volume? Okay. Right, because I don't want to go in the red in my program, but yeah, as long as I stay in the yellow, I'm good. But I've turned the mic up. Hopefully that's better for you guys. But yeah, Real Gems is saying Ruben Loftus-Cheek was indecisive. Yeah, I have to agree. There were times where he held up the ball a bit too much. Didn't really plan what he was going to do with the ball before he received it. 100%. Any chance Chelsea could get a ride from City to go to Madrid? We are struggling. Hey, listen. Don't even worry about that. Much better. Okay, the volume's much better. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, letting me know that the volume's better. But yeah, like honestly, it was a complete performance from Chelsea Football Club today. Kovacic, I thought, done all right as well. His ball progression was good. Did lose the ball a few times, but he was allowed to today. Or all round, I thought we were very, very well drilled today. Another clean sheet, 6 in 6 since hearing the news about Roman Abramovich. The FA Cup, as many of you lot know, is a trophy that I've been wanting to win. I've been wanting to win this trophy, especially after the heartache that we faced against Leicester last season and losing to Arsenal in that final as well. The FA Cup is one that's really been eluding us recently, so it's a very, very, it's an important trophy for me, for us to win. With the Club World Cup, there was that obsession because we never had the trophy, and I was just craving that gold badge of the chest. You lot know what I'm talking about, innit? So we got that. The FA Cup is more of a bit of like a vendetta thing. We need to get that cup, man, especially just the nature on how we lost particular finals. The FA Cup final against Arsenal in particular, shambolic refereeing, in my opinion, but still can't really be blaming officials for us losing games. The teams with the quality, I always say it, they don't look to referees to be winning games. They get the job done themselves. But yeah, this is definitely a cup I would love for us to win. Love to see us lift up the FA Cup. Quite a few of you are asking me about the Champions League situation with Real Madrid. I think I did give my thoughts. I gave my thoughts on the interactive live. If you haven't seen that, the interactive lives I do on Friday, so it's an opportunity for you guys in the chat to, I put the link up there, pin it, so it's an opportunity for you guys to jump in and talk to me about football. I just set you a few questions just about, you know, what's going on. The other day the questions were about it was about the Lille result, the ownership situation, and obviously the Champions League draw of Real Madrid. Gave my thoughts on that. I will repeat that briefly. I feel that we do have the capability to beat Real Madrid. I'm not going to take them for what they were last season. There's been a massive upturn in Real Madrid's progression. They're 5 games away potentially from winning La Liga as well. They're on a massive high. Benzema is in the form of his life, arguably the best number 9 in the world, up there with Lewandowski. You know, you're seeing Vinicius Jr. at his best as well. Younger midfielders have come into the squad now that they've got Camavinga, Valverde. It's going to be a different challenge because obviously Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante, they ran the midfield in the games last season. You know, a lot of people were saying it was the old legs, so we've got to respect Real Madrid. If we do go through, I do think it will be very, very narrow, probably be a 1-goal difference, but I do think we've got enough about us to take care of Real Madrid. Because listen, I'm going to say this. In terms of Benzema's form up front, we've got Thiago Silva's form at the back. In terms of, you get me, in terms of Vinicius Junior's form on that left side, we've got Reece James on that side. So we've got quality that's able to cancel them out and for us to impose our own game. So I really hope that answers your question in terms of what I think about the Real Madrid fixture. But what you can do, you could do me a favor, go back and watch the interactive live and really listen to the thoughts of not just myself, but the people that you also interact with in the chats. Christian Pulisic, I thought Christian Pulisic done well. Before the Pulipuff girls come after me, all right? The Pulipuff mob, yeah, come after me. I thought Christian Pulisic done all right. Done the usual, I think, you know, picked up the ball, ran with it well, isolated defenders well, tried to beat them, drew fouls as well. Pulisic, yeah, man, I thought everybody, do you know what? I thought everyone was on job. I thought everybody was on job today. Malang Sarr, wasn't the best performance, wasn't a terrible performance. It was a solid performance from me. But let me go through what some of you lot are saying in the comments. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been giving the ball away in dangerous areas for a while now. Yeah, that's right. That's why I was saying about the risk assessment. He definitely needs to weigh up his risks, and he needs to be more decisive, as Real Gems did say. He was indecisive, which is very true. Loftus-Cheek played as a number 8 today, not a number 6. You cannot do those things in possession. But this is the thing. Is like he was operating deep in that midfield as well, bro. That's what I'm saying, in that 6th position. So he operated there as well. That's what I mean. There are a few times when he was caught on the turn, right in front of our defense. He was caught on that turn, and we could have literally, we could have been had problems. You understand? So, but that's more to that second half. There was a bigger improvement from Ruben, but definitely he's got going forward. He's definitely got to do better. Benzema's injured. Oh, but is he gonna be so? listen, you never want players to be injured. I ain't gonna sit here and celebrate an injury, but I need to find out more about that. Definitely need to find out more about Karim Benzema's injury. But I guess now I can discuss the situation with the Saudi media bid that was submitted last night. Like many of you, I was under the impression that a bid of £2.7 billion had physically gone in very much earlier in the week. But hold on 1 second, my nose is kind of mad still. Yeah, so I did think that 2.7 million bid had gone in at the beginning of the week, as was reported. But obviously, we got our wires crossed. The fact that it went in 1 hour before the deadline tells me something, and it tells me something very good about Saudi Media Group, and something that might go down well with Roman Abramovich. Because remember, Abramovich is still a key player in this. The club is, although the British government took it from him, the club is still his, and he still has a say in the decision. They avoided all the media chaos and all of this. That's why they done it in that last hour. And I've read the tweet. Let me see if I can actually find it. I'm gonna find it because it was very informative. I don't want to do it a disservice and just go off the top of my head. It was from Ben Jacobs. I found it here. Hopefully the copy and paste will not shag me from phone to the iPad. I mean the iMac. And it didn't. So this is what Mr. Ben Jacobs said in regards to the late or the quote-unquote missed bid from the Saudi Media Group. So this notion Saudi Media Group missed their bidding deadline is not only incorrect but fails to understand the intricacies of how this type of sale works. SMG have bid and remained a serious contender to buy Chelsea Football Club. So if there's any doubt in anybody's mind as to whether a bid transpired, there it is. He's not the only reporter that is reporting that. There are several that are reporting it. But he goes on to say, and this was about 5 hours ago, I'm still told SMG were one of, if not the first to prepare their bid. Okay, so what we heard earlier in the week was that they prepared their bid, not the physical bid had gone in. So now that we've got that clarity, I'm told SMG were one of, if not the first to prepare their bid, and that their offer remains at $3.5 billion. Nothing, I'm not sure exactly what that is in pounds, but nothing has changed other than a tactical decision to stay out of the media spotlight, just like I was saying to you. As with PIF at Newcastle, this is often the way often the Saudi way of business. Interest usually confirmed, then radio silence until acquisition is completed. This distance is born out of a desire to be seen to succeed and not try. Not a KSA specific thing, but seen it lots from many businesses. Not sure what that means, but I like what was said there. Because these guys, they don't, basically what it is that they'd rather walk the walk than talk the talk. And let's have it right. We've seen several people make a fool of themselves by coming out publicly and speaking of their wish to try and buy Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? It's usually the more serious. I mean, you can apply this to life lessons in general. It's usually people that keep their mouth shut are the ones that you look out for. Do you know what I mean? The ones that tend to be more serious, who are doing things behind the scene. And then once everything is done, they come out and make a whole song and dance about it. So if that is actually the case with the Saudi Media Group, I think they're doing business fantastically. If you agree with me, smash that like button. Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Also, smash that like so we can get found in that algorithm. Yes, we did start off doing the FA Cup post-match. We got over that. And now we are back to that topic of the ownership. I've been asked about the Saudi Media Group. So I'm just going through some information that I found with the people them in the chat. Big up every single one of you. Love for you lot joining in as well. But Ben Jacobs does continue to say there is also a continued reluctance to clarify at this stage all the names behind the bid, and specifically if Turki Al-Sheikh is one of them. His involvement has been repeatedly denied in the build-up to the deadline, but many sources keep referring to SMG having his backing. Not too sure who he is, but I am guessing he's a very, very wealthy figure. Okay, so this is very important. Bidders often go quiet, especially in the 24 hours leading up to this type of atypical deadline. That's because there's a lot of late movement and even the odd new contender. This can change the approach. We have seen some bidders very open with the media and others quite secretive. Generally, with the takeover of this magnitude, the quieter bidders tend to be the most serious, and the more vocal are seeking partners or even just limelight. I don't think you can judge at this stage who is or isn't a preferred bidder based on what's been said before the deadline. So quite an informative tweet there from Ben Jacobs, also gives his perspective. I quite agree with that perspective as well. Let me know what because since you lot have asked me to discuss this, let me know your thoughts. Talk to me about what you think of Mr. Jacobs' tweets. Do you think there is a huge element of truth to what he's saying? I'm certainly convinced that a bid has certainly gone in from the Saudi media group, and I do think that they've gone on very, very professional about how quiet that they've kept it. So could be a very, very good sign. I just want to know what the people are thinking. Let me just read so far what the comments are saying. 300 ZX is telling me about Benzi's injury. Will miss the game versus Barca tomorrow, the Super Classico. Facts. CG111, would you like to see RLC as a lone six? Not right now. While his decision making is up in the air and he's making risky decisions like that, it's like I said earlier, we're going to get cut to pieces by teams of better experience. After Mendy gets a clean sheet versus Real Madrid, the whole team needs to give a little wave to the former Chelsea keeper at the other end. I hope we troll him, that snake bastard. I don't like seeing people with lower net worths than Roman bid. Bro lost half his net worth and still has higher net worth than some guys. Right, here's the thing. The Saudi media group, I believe, are a consortium. So it's not just his money. So it's a consortium, a conglomerate of people with deep pockets. Because look, let's have it right. He ain't going to be able to do Stamford Bridge and all of this by himself. It's going to take deep pockets to do so. Which is why like 99% of the bids, I think, in fact, all of the bids that I've seen are all from consortiums. So, I mean, it's a very expensive project. Even if there are people with net value who are worth that kind of money, but they don't want to risk putting all their own money into it. So this is why consortiums are formed. Do you know what I mean? But the Saudi man, Shane saying Saudi man them in the cut waiting. I absolutely think so. SMG laid down an early marker and are still likely to be the highest bidder. So you hear that? I'll repeat that again for those at the back. SMG laid down an early marker and are still likely to be the highest bidder, but it is important to stress this is an unusual tender style process done at speed, and that makes it both fluid and unpredictable. So just because they put the highest bid in doesn't necessarily mean it will be accepted. Just need people to remember that. Doesn't necessarily mean that the bid will be accepted. There are other strong contenders who would like to get Chelsea Football Club. There are other strong sporting minds and projects behind this who could also do things for Chelsea. But a lot of us have spoken. Quite a few of you who came on the interactive live yesterday spoke, and it seems like the majority would like the Saudis, obviously for the obvious reasons, but just knowing in the back of our minds that Roman's vision will be able to be continued without any kind of problems going forward. Fingers crossed. Guni, have you seen the UK sanctioning document against Roman? Zero evidence of wrongdoing. The document literally says Roman Abramovich pays a lot of Russian taxes, so he must be tied to Putin. Listen, again, it's a topic that I have zero expertise about, so I don't really want to go into it too deeply, but from the knowledge that I have and from my layman perspective are you surprised? Is this the first time something like this will be happening? Let's do our homework here. This is governments all over the world have a bit about them, but I'm not going to go into that too much. I'm not trying to get espionaged off Man Knows Football. I'm just a dude that talks about football. I am trying to get whacked here for these reasons. So let's move on. We also, whoa, okay. Jack, I cannot read that because, all right, I can, but I've got to say allegedly. Allegedly, Weiss also sexually assaulted a female employer and paid her 1.5 million to drop a civil suit. All public information. So if Weiss were brown, think this would have been disclosed by racist UK media. Boy, Again, these are politics. These are deeper politics. Do you know what I mean? Nah. I see you saying my bad, homie. Nah, it's cool. It's really up to me whether I should be reading them or not. So it's not really your fault. Do you know what I mean? But love for that. At least thank you for letting us know the type of people that we might potentially be dealing with. But 6 wins in 6. Very, very good win for Chelsea Football Club. As you can hear, New York City's going crazy outside. I thought this would have been over. I really thought this would have been over, ladies and gents. But apparently you can't get away with it from Manhattan when you're in Manhattan. But I do love New York City. Big up everybody that is in New York City, by the way. Big up wherever everybody's from. Before we do go, I want to do something. I need a quick reminder. Where is everybody from in the chat? I want to see the different countries that are watching this, man. Definitely need to see that. And if you are new to this channel, please make sure you do subscribe and you also do smash that like button as well. Help us get found in the algorithm. Help us on our road to 10,000 subscribers. You get me? We're working hard out here, trying our best to produce that content. So yeah, man. South Africa, yes, man. Big up the South Africans, them. Obviously, big up my British queen and country, Chef Jamaica. Come on. Bushman Hunter, North London. Hey, I've got to big up my auntie Hilda who lives in Tottenham, N17 side. You get me? But bun the team Tottenham. But big up auntie Hilda all day long. Big up North London as well. And my brother Ian that lives in Edmonton, N9 or N18. He lived in both of them. Big up. You get me? Trust me, man knows ends. Big up Washington, Trevor from Washington. Aaron from Ethiopia. Selassie, come on, bruv. Ethiopia, East Africa. Done know already. Hey, I'm loving this. We've already got several different continents here. Nigeria, come on. West Africa in the cut. Big up Nigeria. Big up the Ghanaians. No offense, Ghanaians, but the Nigerian jollof rice definitely wins. I have to say it. Virginia, I see you. Hey, J Tapia 93, I see you. Do you know what I need to do? I made a promise to J Tapia that I would put up his channel. So after this, do me a favor. You see, once this live goes up, come back to the live. I'm gonna put J Tapia's channel in the description so you can click it and visit his page. I did not forget. Worldwide, yeah, St. Vincent, come on. It's one of the islands. Done know already. Yeah, man. Listen, it's just, man said Highbury. But you know what I will say? Yeah, Joe D. I will say Highbury. I do have memories at Highbury, and that to me secretly was, it's an atmosphere that I'll never forget. Just how close you are to the pitch and just everything. It just felt like a proper community football ground. But bun Arsenal, this is Chelsea. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, as Troop says. Big up Canada. Come on, big up Canada. I got to visit Canada one day when Justin Trudeau, or however you pronounce his name, decides to behave himself. I might pay a visit up there in Canada. North Philly. Come on, bros. Jack Selden, North Philly. Raised Chelsea supporter of 40 plus years. So you've been a West London like from years. Appreciate you, bro, for the video tonight. Just posted one late last night. Off topic, but Saka's looking a bit too good lately. Yeah, man, they're looking all right. Arsenal looking good, but this is what happens. You're playing one game a week. The real test is going to be next season when they're in several different competitions. That's when you start judging the youngsters, Arsenal fans. Yeah, so the Sakas, the Emil Smith-Rowe, listen, they deal with what's in front of them, and they've been doing that very well. Arsenal have been going on a very, very good form, promising youngsters. The process seems to be working. It seems to be in full gear. My league on a sarcastic voice. Trust the process. You know what I mean? Well, those who have trusted the process, it looks like it's paying off. But when you're playing, if you're playing Champions League or Europa, FA Cups, Prems, that's when you're really going to see the quality of these players shine through. But so far, you're doing all right. A man said Ghanaian Jollof is the best. Can't agree with you there, bruv. Although it's good, but Nigerian Jollof wins, fam. What do you think of the Rottenborough game? 2-0, you get me? Footballing, what was it called? Footballing integrity versus Chelsea. Football integrity 0, Chelsea 2. We go off with our 600 fans. See you later. Do you know what I mean? Big up Northwest London. Come on, that's home. NW4. Big up the fours all day long. Big up, do you know what? Big up the entire London. Big up England everywhere, wherever you lot are. Listen, I only had 40 minutes because I do have to run. I've got quite a few things that I need to do today. I am busy, but I promise I will be back tomorrow with another live. And do you know what I might do? I might have to do another interactive live tomorrow. I'll have a think about it. But if I'm not going to do that, I'm 1000% going to do another live. I might try and get Eunice on. See if he's not too busy on the Sunday. But big up yourselves. Big up everybody as usual that does join me for the lives. Your support is so much appreciated. And if you are new, please do smash that subscribe button. We are on the road to 10k. You get me? Right now it's the tortoise and the hare situation. We are the tortoise. We're going to keep going. It's a slow race, but we're going to get there in the end because you lot have been superb. You get me? But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you do stay safe. And before I actually go, age limit for the interactive thing. No, not really, but I don't advise young kids to really be coming on like that unless their parents know, do you know what I mean? But then again, that's parenting in the household. But we do have a young viewer that does come on. He doesn't use any bad language. I don't use any bad language with him. I keep it respectful. I listen to his views. So, you get me? Whoever wants to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. But if you are young, make sure you do get your parents' approval because I might drop the F-bomb here and there by accident, but it's just force of habit. So, yes, back to what I was saying. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please do remain safe. And I will